Don't add isometrics to your MMA training until you watch this. Whether you're a beginner or seasoned fighter, this video reveals the proven methods that build fight-ending grip, core, and striking power. From common mistakes to elite drills, here's your full blueprint for dominating with static strength. In MMA, strength isn't just about lifting heavy, it's about holding control when the fight gets messy. That's why isometric training is a secret weapon for serious fighters. Whether you're clamping down on a choke, grinding an opponent against the cage, or bracing to stuff a takedown, your ability to stay locked in under pressure can mean the difference between dominance and defeat. Imagine locking in a guillotine and everything freezes. Now it's a pure battle of endurance and control. Or you're pressing someone into the fence, every muscle burning while they struggle to escape. These static moments decide fights, and they're exactly where isometric training makes you stronger. Research shows isometric holds can activate more muscle fibers than dynamic lifts, up to 5% more motor units recruited. That means greater grip strength, better body control, and more explosive force when you transition back to movement. Overcoming isometrics, like pushing against an immovable object, are especially powerful. They train your nervous system to fire all out instantly, which translates directly to sharper strikes and more dominant grappling. Top fighters like Kamaru Usman, Valentina Shevchenko, and Alexander Volkanovski have shown how critical this kind of control is. Their ability to lock down positions, recover quickly, and sustain pressure is a direct reflection of this often overlooked strength. And it's not just brute force. Isometrics also improve neural drive, how fast and efficiently your brain sends signals to your muscles. This speeds up reaction time, allowing you to explode into a counter or recover posture without delay. Holding positions also builds endurance under fatigue, simulating the lactic acid burn of a tough round. Over time, your muscles learn to handle that burn, so you can stay aggressive longer. Plus, isometrics aren't just about isolated muscles. The best moves, like resisted rotational holds, engage full muscle chains, reinforcing the functional strength behind real fight movements. It all starts with stability. Every strike, takedown, and submission begins with a solid base. Isometric training builds that foundation, helping you resist, redirect, and unleash power exactly when it matters most. Up next, we'll break down the best beginner isometric drills to build this kind of strength. No fancy equipment needed. Before you can control an opponent in the clinch or maintain pressure in a dominant position, you need to develop static strength that holds, resists, and endures. This beginner isometric routine focuses on 4 foundational holds that directly translate to MMA performance: the plank, wall sit, grip hang, and resting squat. Each targets a different area critical to fighting: core, legs, grip, and mobility, without overwhelming beginners or requiring complex equipment. Start with the plank. It's more than just a core exercise. It's a full-body tension drill that teaches you how to brace under pressure. With your elbows under your shoulders, glutes engaged, and spine neutral, hold for 20 to 30 seconds while focusing on nasal breathing. Inhale deeply into your belly and exhale slowly through your mouth. This breathing pattern reinforces the calm, braced tension you'll need when you're fighting off sweeps or holding guard posture. Next is the wall sit, which builds the kind of lower body endurance crucial for grappling exchanges and cage control. With your back flat against the wall and your knees at 90 degrees, hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Engage your core, keep your breathing steady, and focus on staying grounded. The wall sit conditions your quads, glutes, and hip stabilizers to resist fatigue while in a strong, athletic stance. Move on to grip hangs. Simply hang from a pull-up bar with arms extended and shoulders slightly active. Aim for 15 to 25 seconds per set. These hangs directly build the kind of crushing grip strength that helps in clinches, wrist control, and submissions. As a bonus, they also decompress the spine, ideal after long training days. Focus on maintaining light engagement through your shoulders and a relaxed, steady breath. Finish with the resting squat. Drop into a deep squat with heels flat, chest tall, and spine aligned. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, allowing your hips, knees, and ankles to open up. This position builds postural strength while restoring essential lower body mobility. For fighters with tight hips or lower backs, this hold helps re-establish joint alignment and control in low stances or ground transitions. Perform this routine 2 to 3 times per week, resting 30 to 45 seconds between exercises. Start with the plank. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds, followed by the wall sit, 20 to 30 seconds. Then move into grip hangs, 15 to 25 seconds, and finish with the resting squat, 20 to 30 seconds. Aim for 1 to 2 rounds, depending on your conditioning. Prioritize posture, controlled breathing, and this phase builds the foundational strength and alignment you'll rely on during grappling holds, guard retention, and striking balance. Once these movements feel solid, you're ready to advance into fight-specific holds that challenge stability under pressure. Once you've built a foundation of basic control, it's time to challenge your body with holds that mimic real fight positions. This intermediate routine introduces more complexity, targeting the strength you need to stabilize under pressure, resist takedowns, and generate explosive force. You'll build postural endurance, unilateral control, and rotational integrity, key traits that carry over to clinches, scrambles, and striking transitions. Start with the isometric push-up hold. Lower yourself halfway into a push-up, elbows bent at 90 degrees, and hold. This position fires up the chest, shoulders, and triceps while forcing your core to stay engaged. It builds shoulder stability and punching endurance, helping you maintain posture in tight grappling exchanges or during flurries. Next, drop into a split squat hold. Step 1 foot forward and lower into a lunge until your back knee hovers just above the floor. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds per side, focusing on balance, hip alignment, and core engagement. This drill mimics takedown mechanics, helping you stabilize through awkward stances and generate force from one leg. Then move to the resisted rotational hold. Using a band or cable, extend your arms forward and resist rotational pull for 15 to 20 seconds per side. This targets the deep core, especially the obliques, and reinforces anti-rotation, crucial for striking power and defending off-balance grappling attempts. As an optional addition, include chin-up holds or glute bridge holds. For chin-ups, pull your chin above the bar and hold with elbows tight and shoulders engaged to build pulling strength and grip endurance. For glute bridges, lie on your back, lift your hips high, and hold the bridge position to strengthen the posterior chain. Great for explosive hip escapes and bridging through top pressure. Perform this routine 2 to 3 times per week, resting 45 to 60 seconds between exercises. Start with the isometric push-up hold, 20 to 30 seconds, followed by split squat holds, 20 to 30 seconds per leg, and finish with resisted rotational holds, 15 to 20 seconds per side. Complete 1 to 2 rounds, increasing hold times to 30 to 45 seconds as your strength and control improve. For added challenge, include chin-up holds or glute bridge holds, 20 to 30 seconds each, and optionally, add a third round if recovery allows. Focus on maintaining full body tension and precise alignment throughout. This phase prepares you for the demands of clinch control, takedown defense, and maintaining posture under fatigue. Crucial skills in the thick of a fight. At this level, it's not just about maintaining tension, it's about generating explosive force and resisting structural breakdown under real fight pressure. This advanced routine combines overcoming and yielding isometrics to simulate the most demanding scenarios in MMA, where you need max output, postural control, and rapid recovery under fatigue. Overcoming isometrics teach your nervous system to fire all out on command, while yielding holds condition your muscles to stay strong and composed in vulnerable positions. Start with the rack push, a powerful overcoming isometric. Set a barbell in a power rack at your pressing or squatting sticking point and drive against it for 5 to 8 seconds with full effort. If you don't have access to equipment, use a wall push instead. Place your hands on a wall at shoulder height, elbows bent at 90 degrees, and press into the wall with maximum force for 5 to 8 seconds. Both variations train your nervous system to recruit nearly all available motor units, building explosive intent and upper body power for strikes and clinch breaks. Next, move into a yielding split squat hold. Drop into a deep lunge, weighted or body weight, and hold for 20 to 40 seconds per leg. Keep your torso tall, core braced, and front heel grounded. This strengthens your hips, quads, and glutes in a fight-realistic stance that directly supports takedown defense, drive phases, and transitions. Follow that with a yielding push-up hold, pausing near the bottom of a push-up with elbows bent and core engaged. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. This trains your ability to stay strong at mechanically weak positions, helping you absorb pressure in scrambles, hold posture under fatigue, and resist being flattened. Optionally, finish with a banded anti-rotation hold or cable press out, holding resistance at arm's length while your core fights to stay centered. Hold for 15 to 20 seconds per side. This builds deep rotational control, reinforcing striking accuracy and balance in the clinch. Perform this routine 2 to 3 times per week, resting 60 to 75 seconds between exercises. Start with 2 sets of wall pushes or rack pushes, 5 to 8 seconds each, followed by split squat holds, 20 to 40 seconds per leg, then yielding push-up holds, 20 to 30 seconds, and optionally, banded anti-rotation holds, 15 to 20 seconds per side. Complete 1 to 2 rounds to start, and as your conditioning improves, progress by increasing duration or adding a 3rd round. This phase trains the ability to explode, stabilize, and recover, giving you the tools to dominate when fights slow down or suddenly ignite. To make isometric training a powerful part of your MMA routine, the key is strategic placement. Rather than overloading your week, focus on small, high-effort additions that reinforce strength without draining your energy for sparring, drilling, or recovery. Limit isometric work to 2 sessions per week. A focused 10 to 15 minute block is enough to build serious gains. Aim for short, high-intensity holds, about 70 to 100% effort for 5 to 10 seconds, to stimulate neural drive and positional strength without overtraining. A great entry point is adding pause holds to movements you already use. For example, in push-ups or squats, try a controlled tempo. Take 1 second to lower. Pause for 3 seconds at the bottom, explode upward, then hold for 3 seconds at the top. This pattern increases time under tension, forces your stabilizers to engage, and mimics the kind of control you need during transitions and scrambles. Isometrics also work well as primers before dynamic work. Hold a split squat for 10 seconds before doing lunges, or a dead hang before pull-ups. This fatigues the right muscles just enough to improve performance in the following movement. It's also safer on joints and creates less muscle damage, making it ideal during fight prep or intense sparring weeks. To build well-rounded strength, vary your joint angles. Hold positions at different points, low, mid, or top, to strengthen your full range of motion. Rotate between upper body, lower body, and core-focused holds across the week. Always allow at least 48 hours of recovery between sessions, targeting the same muscle groups. Here's a sample structure. On Monday, after your technical session, do 2 sets of push-up holds, 5 to 8 seconds each at 90% effort, followed by 1 30-second wall sit. On Thursday, before your lower body workout, perform 2 sets of split squat holds per leg, 10 seconds each, and 2 sets of resisted rotational holds, 10 seconds per side. This setup keeps isometrics impactful without stealing time from skill development. You can also sprinkle them into warm-ups or cooldowns. Use a resisted band hold before grappling to activate your core, or a deep squat hold after training to reinforce posture and decompress the hips and spine. When placed with intention, isometrics enhance the kind of strength that lasts through scrambles, stalls, and late round pressure. They're not a replacement for your main lifts or drills, but a way to make those efforts stronger, more stable, and fight ready. Isometric training isn't about doing more, it's about getting stronger where it counts. Just 120 seconds of focused holds per week can lead to up to 15% strength gains, with benefits that directly translate to sharper strikes, tighter clinches, and stronger defense. These static drills build the kind of power, posture, and resilience that show up in every round. Even legends like Bruce Lee used rack holds to refine explosive strength and structural control. You don't need hours. Just start with one 30-second hold today and feel the difference. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and share your favorite isometric exercises for MMA in the comments. Let's build stronger fighters, one hold at a time.